Hey, what's going on? This is Alex with DJ Cutt Entertainment, and today I want to talk to you guys about doing a wedding at the Aerie at Eagle Landing. I want to talk to you guys about my experience working there, what to expect from the DJ, and kind of the flow of events and how everything is executed to make sure that your wedding is successful. Hey, what's going on? My name is Alex with DJ Cutt Entertainment. I am a wedding DJ in Portland, Oregon, and today I really want to talk to you guys about planning your wedding at the Aerie and what to expect in all the different locations to use. So when your wedding guests first get there, they're gonna wanna come inside. This is usually where AC is, unless they have the front doors blocked off. And they're gonna wanna come grab something to drink, be able to set their coats down, find their table, especially if you have some of your older guests. They're gonna show up usually really early for the wedding. And you don't wanna have them sitting out in the hot sun for the ceremony. So usually they're gonna wanna come find their seats, grab something to drink, and put their stuff down. So let's talk about the different setups in the different rooms. So usually you're gonna have dinner on the inside. Cocktail is usually gonna take place underneath the tent. And then you're usually gonna have the wedding ceremony outside in the grass lawn area. And so we need to make sure that we have proper sound systems depending on the different locations. So usually on the inside where dinner is gonna be taking place along with the dance party, we're gonna have a setup over in the corner by the dance floor. And if you have guests that are gonna be in the hallway, or it's kind of an extension down from the dance floor, we're gonna wanna put some speakers over there. So that way that we can make sure everybody hears, because the sound is gonna be by the dance floor and the people are down that way are not gonna be able to hear anything that I say on the microphone, the music, or whenever we do speeches. So over at the ceremony site, we're gonna have a completely different setup. You're gonna get either 2 lapel microphones or 2 wireless handheld. It could be a combination of both. You can let us know in our planning forms which ones you guys would like for your particular wedding. So it really just depends on how many people are speaking and what your needs are. Now, if you are gonna have us do the AV setup with the microphones, and let's say you're gonna have a vitamin string quartet or somebody playing a guitar, we can mic them up as well, and then we'll just provide either just the background music or the microphones that are needed so everybody can hear what's being said during the ceremony. Once the ceremony is done, people usually go underneath the tent, and this is where cocktail hour usually takes place. We'll usually have a completely different setup underneath the tent for cocktail hour, but it really just depends on the weather and what you guys have going on. Sometimes we will have the ceremony underneath the tent if it's going to be rainy, and then once the ceremony is done, then we'll move inside for cocktail and dinner. So a great way to keep your guys' guests entertained during like cocktail hour and dinner is to add a photo booth. This is a great add-on. It's a great form of entertainment. We like to include our guest book, and what this does is allow people to go through their photo booth line. They get their 2x6 strip, but then they'll also print out a duplicate copy, put it into the guest book, and then they're able to sign and write a little message to you guys. And a lot of people will use this as their sign-in book too as well. So after cocktail hour is done, we'll bring everybody inside so we can do the grand entrance. After the grand entrance is done, I'll get on the microphone, let everybody know that I will be coming around to dismiss them by table for dinner. I will line them up in the dinner line so everybody knows exactly what's going on and it's not a mad rush to the dinner line. So after dinner is done, we'll be moving into toast and speeches. This is usually when it gets a little bit darker. And before we start the first dance, what we like to do is bring the overall house lights down. They're really hard to dim because they either need to be all on or all off, or else they flicker really fast. So we always do some form of uplights and spotlights, and this really makes the room pop. It's also gonna make it very safe for dancing. It's also gonna look really good in your photos and video, and it just creates a better dance party. There are a lot of weddings that we do where we don't have the proper lighting, and we really struggle to get a good dance party. A good dance party is a combination of guests that would like to dance, a DJ that plays great music and an atmosphere that is optimal for dancing. And so most of our packages, we either incorporate some form of uplights or spotlights. Your package does come with dance floor lighting, but it's completely different look and feel from the uplights and the spotlights. Depending on the number of guests that you guys have at your wedding, we can do 2 speakers that are just on the dance floor. But if you're gonna have more people that are gonna extend down the hall, then we'll have to add 1 or 2 speakers. And this really depends on the number of guests that you have. If you guys have more than 100 guests, then we have to add at least 1 to 2 speakers to your guys' package. Now, if you guys are looking for that wow factor and you wanna really wow your guests, couple things that you guys can do. We've done first dance on clouds, which is a really cool effect. It's a great way to change the overall look and feel of the room, and it's something that a lot of people haven't seen at weddings before. We can also do our cold spark machines. They can be used indoors or outdoors. This can be used for the grand entrance. We can also use it for the end of the first dance and the grand exit. Here's an example of what it looks like for the grand exit. My name is Alex with DJ Cutt Entertainment. If you guys have any more questions about a wedding at your venue, please let me know. Thank you.